different kind of school in Unit 5. So open the page number 56. See, a different kind of school. This is the basically depend on or about. Like, see, schools are all the time associated with education, right? The main education plays the main important role in the school. But apart from this, school also teaches us compassionate, kindness, thoughtfulness. So all of these things we will see in this lesson. How this school is different from other schools. So, see, before you read, I am starting from them. Do you know these words? If you don't find out their meanings: bandage, crutch, cripple, honor, misfortune, system. See, do you know the meaning of bandage? Bandage. What is bandage? Bandage means it is just a cotton, you can say cover to the injury place, right? So, see anything else? Look at the picture in this unit and guess in what way this school may be different from other schools, right? So, let's see a different kind of schools. I had heard a great deal about Miss Bean's school, but not till last week did the chance come to visit. Like the narrator, the writer of the story, who is the E.V. Lucas, is like he just wanted to go there, but for some of the reason he could not go there. But now he got the chance to visit that school on last week only. When I arrived, there was no one in sight but a girl of about 12. Her eyes were covered with a bandage and she was being led carefully between the floor beds by a little boy who was about 4 years younger. She stopped and it looked like she asked him who had come. He seemed to be describing me to her. Then they passed on. So now the story began. Then he arrived there in that school. Then what he saw at the front of that gate, like one girl is, first of all he can't see anybody. See, sideways to be seen. He cannot see anyone else in the garden. Then after that, what she saw? There was one girl whose eyes was bandaged with some bandage and covered with some bandage, and there was one boy who was helping her, leading her, like at the movement how she can walk. Then that boy was leading her. Then it seems like that girl feels someone is coming. That is why she stopped and she asked that boy about who has come. Then it is seen like this. He is describing him about that writer. Someone has come here. And then they passed on. Miss Bean was all that I had expected. Middle-aged, full of authority, yet kindly and understanding. Her hair was beginning to turn grey, and she had the kind of plump figure that is likely to be comforting to a homesick child. I asked her some questions about her teaching methods, which I had heard was simple. So now Miss Bean has come there, and then he saw her. So it is just description of Miss Bean, how she looks. She is just middle-aged, full of authority, like she has all that authority, power. Then, but she's kindly also, understanding woman also. Her hair was just turned grey, and then he was so like it felt so good to see her, like she and to a homesick child. A homesick means someone who have fear to lose, to just go away from home. Then the writer asked him some questions, which I had heard was simple. No more than is needed to help them to learn how to do things. Simple spellings, adding, subtracting, multiplying and writing. The rest is done by reading to them and by interesting talks, during which they have to sit still and keep their hands quiet. There are practically no other lessons. So then he asked him about what the method, why your school is different from others. Then she said, we teach them apart from this. Like this school is not about only like spelling and multiplying, divide and subtracting, adding. Only these things. This is more than that. There are some practical knowledge also. The real aim of this school is not too much to teach thoughts as to teach thoughtfulness. So what is the real aim of that school is not to teach a thought. Not only, yes, you have to feel kind, you have to do this, you have to be a right person, good person. This is only thought, but that school aim was not that only. That school aim was that like you should feel that, you should think about that. But how you can feel, how you can think about that, if it will happen to you in your real life, then only you can feel that thing, and that is the main aim of that school. Then kindness to others and being responsible citizens. Look out of the window a minute, will you? Then she said like kindness, you have to so please, you have to so kind, humble to others. You have to, they are making the children responsible. Like you have to do this, you have to be a responsible citizen. Then she asked to him like open the window and see what is the outside. Then I went to the window which overlooked a large garden and a playground at the back. What do you see? Miss Bim asked. Then she asked, what do you see? And he was seeing one large garden, a large playground was over there. I see some very beautiful grounds, I said, and a lot of jolly children. It pains me though to see that they are not all so healthy and active looking. Then he said, I can see the lot also a big ground and beautiful ground. I can see jolly children. Jolly means so happy children also. But like it pains me. It is just feeling me sad. Like that. The children are not healthy and not active. When I came in, I saw one poor little girl being laid about. She has some trouble with her eyes. Now I can see two more with the same difficulty. And there's a girl with a crutch watching the others at play. She seems to be a hopeless cripple. So crutch means one of the instrument which is used to handicap person. So then he said I can see the pain they have. I saw one girl was there at the front of that school and one boy who is leading by one boy. Then again I saw two more person of that, like they can't see. Then one who is walking with crutch. And what is this? Miss Bin laughed. Oh no, she said, she is not a really lame. This is only her lame day. Then she laughed and said, oh, she is not lame, like she is not blind. She can see, but this is just one day. Today is a lame day, that is why it is the bandage over her eyes. The others are not blind either, it is only their blind day. I must have looked very surprised, for she laughed again, and then he got the surprised, and then she laughed again. This is a very important part of our system, to make our children appreciate and understand misfortune. Just very important thing that Miss B has told to that narrator. Like, yes, right, we have to feel the children that misfortunate. What is a misfortunate? Unfortunate condition, like bad luck. Like someone has that bad luck, they can't see. Someone have that bad luck, they can't walk with the legs. They have to take the help of a crutch. Someone can't say anything. Someone can't hear anything. They are deaf. So this is the main motive of that school. Children have to feel that, and that is for them. This is the situation. They have to go through that. So we should appreciate it. Appreciate means we should praise that. We make them share his misfortune too. Each term, every child has one blind day, one lame day, one deaf day, one injured day, and one dumb day. So this is all the days are celebrated in that school. During the blind day, their eyes are bandaged. Absolutely. And they are all not to peek. Not to peek means not to look through. Like no cheating. Without any cheating, they have to follow that. The bandage is put on overnight, so they wake up blind. This means that they need help with everything. Other children are given the duty of helping them and leading them about. So this is the blind day started from night, early night. Like they have to cover their eyes with full of the bandage overnight, so that they can wake up in the morning and they cannot see, and they have to take the help of others. And for that, there are some students and children are also allotted to them, so that they can help them. They all learn so much this way, both the blind and the helpers. Both the person are learn something else. There is no misery about it. Misery means there is no any difficulty about it. Like there is one person who is helping him or her. Miss will continue. Everyone is very kind, and it is really something of a game. Before the day is over, though even the most toughest, like careless child realize what misfortune is. Like some children are so careless, they don't care about the other people, other person, and that is the main thing that they learn from a whole of the day, from a whole of this session. They learn at the end. The blind day is, of course, really the worst. But some of the children tell me that the dumb day is the most difficult. Then Mr. Bean said, blind day is the most difficult, some say, but all of them said like dumb day is so difficult. Dumb as in they can't talk anything. They have to shut their mouth up for whole day. They cannot bandage the children's mouth, so they really have to exercise their willpower. Come into the garden and see for yourself how the children feel about it. So now she said we cannot bandage their mouth, so as they have to exercise their willpower to not to talk in that session. And then she said just come on the garden and you can see what they feel. Miss Bim led me to one of the bandaged girl. Here's a gentleman come to talk to you, said Miss Bim, and left us. Then she left from there, and that narrator met some girl whose eyes were covered with the bandage. Don't you ever peep? I asked the girl. He asked her, don't you peep? Don't you ever cheat? Don't you ever open your eyes, remove that bandage and see this small? Oh no, she explained, that would be cheating, but I had no idea it was so awful to be blind. So she said, no, that is a cheating, and I must not do. I'm not going to do that. I'm not doing that. So, but it is so awful, it is so bad to have that. You can't see a thing. You feel you are going to be hit by something every moment. It's such a relief just to sit down. So she said, it is so bad, you are feeling like someone can hit you, someone hit your head, anything, anywhere, somewhere, wherever. But it is just the fear of that. Your head, you will be hit by someone else. So it is just really that you have to sit somewhere, just one corner. Are your helpers kind to you? I asked. Then he asked fairly, but they are not as careful as I shall be when it is my turn. Those that have been blind already are the best helpers. It's perfectly ghastly not to see. I wish you would try. And ghastly means fearful. And she said, fairly, like, okay. Some do the best, some not, but I think the who was first blinded, they are the great helpers. They did their job well. Shall I lead you anywhere? I asked. Then he asked her, can I lead you something? Oh yes, she said, let's go for a little walk. Only you must tell me about things. I shall be so glad when today is over. The other bad days can't be half as bad as this. So, he said, yes, why not? Then she said, let's go. We will go for the little walk. Then he said, he feel like today was I am so glad that I came here. Like all the bad days I have seen in my life, but this is only just so little. That was so little bad problems in my life, but this day was so good of that. Having a leg tied up and hopping about on a crutch is almost fun, I guess. And then he said, like, you don't have your legs, you have to use the crutches, and then hopping is just okay with that. Having an arm tied up is a bit more troublesome. Like if your hands are tied up, then it is some difficulties will come. Troublesome means difficulties, because you can't eat without help. You have to take help of someone else to eat and things like that. And don't think I will mind being deaf for a day. At least not much. Like I can afford that. You are deaf. You don't need to hear something. But being blind is so frightening. And he said, but being blind, like for whole of the day you have to cover your eyes with the bandages. You have to be like blind. This is so frightening. It's scary. My head aches all the time just from worrying that I'll get hurt. Where are we now? In the playground, I said. He said like, it is so scary that I feel like someone will hit or I will get hurt by something. As I can't see. So then she asked, where are we now? He said, at the playground. We are walking towards the house, Miss Wynne. Miss Wynne is walking up and down the garden with a tall girl. Then he just described who was there. There was Miss Wynne, and there was one tall girl with whom Miss Wynne is walking. What is the girl wearing? My little friend asked. A blue cotton skirt and a pink house. I think it's Millie. She said, what color is her hair? Very light, I said. Yes, that's Millie. She's the head girl. Then there was a description of her. She was asking about that girl, how she looks, what she wears, and he said about that. Then it was that Miss Millie, the head girl. There's an old man tying up roses, I said. Yes, that's Peter. He is the gardener. He is hundreds of years old. And here comes a girl with curly red hair. There is on crutches. That's Anita, she said. And there was just description of who was coming. One gardener has come on their route. Then one Anita who was with crutches. And so we walked on. Gradually, I discovered that I was 10 times more thoughtful than I ever thought I could be. Gradually, slowly, narrator had a feel that thought that from now, I am getting so thoughtful about this. I also realized that if I had to describe people and things to someone else, it made them more interesting to me. When I finally had to leave, I told Miss Wynne that I was very sorry to go. Oh, she replied, then there is something in my system after all. And he was so disappointed, he was so sad to leave that school, but he had to leave, and that is why he feels sorry. And then Miss Wynne, what she said, yes, then there is, after all, there is something in my school, and that is why you are feeling sorry, and that is why you want to see more things like this. So, what is the main moral of the story is, actually, what is that feeling? Like if you are deaf or if you are blind or if you can't walk on your legs, and what will be that feeling? So you have to be so kind, so humble to that people, and you have to help that people. So that, and it is the main, like you can say the quality of good human behavior, good responsible citizen for our nation. Okay, so read the story at your home.